You click on this video because one of two things. Number one, your dating life sucks. Number two, you're a nerd. Well, good news. I've been on both ends. I would say I'm still a nerd. I just happen to be a lot more attractive and have some actions with girls. Now, you might be a past version of me. I used to watch movies like La La Land and ask myself, how do I become smooth? Like Ryan Gosling.
What?
I used to finish my favorite anime and ask, why the f am I still single? I'm an awesome guy. I have personality. I have, so much inner value. It's why girls don't like me. I don't know. I used to escape my life through video games because I just sucked so bad with girls. Now, it was pretty bad. I ran for about 2 years without seeing a single girl from the age of 19 to 21. And now, well, I'm being bombarded with invitations and signals for me to come and hang out with them. But problem is, I don't even have the time to go and take up all these offers anymore. Now what changed, you might ask? I'll keep to the point. The biggest game changer in dating for me came when I changed my mindset. I wasn't simply chasing girls all the time, but rather I built my life so that they would want to chase me in the first place. But the thing is, I find that being attractive isn't everything. At the end of the day, you always get dumped and hurt if you don't fix your mindset. Doesn't matter how good looking you are. That does not mean to say though that good looking does not play a role in attraction. You should try your best to become an attractive person in your power, within your limits. I find that you can get away with a lot more when you are attractive than if you happen to look like a slob like me in this picture. But to set some expectations, okay? I don't live a Dan Bilzerian lifestyle. Nowadays, I do 3 things. I work, live, and sleep. And that's about it. I live a pretty damn boring life as a 23-year-old. I just happen to be a lot more attractive towards women than I used to be. And this video is about how I went from an insecure nerd with no actions to a kind of confident nerd with a lot more actions. Part 1. The Prince Charming Mindset. Have you ever seen one of those Disney movies with a prince? Yeah, pretty much these. Well, the biggest game changer for me was when I started viewing myself as Prince Charming. I know it's cliche, I know it's cringy, but bro, it's life-changing. A lot of things that's cringy, a lot of things that's, yuck. It's gonna change your fucking life if you embrace it. This is one of them. Now, all of this boils down to is self-respect. In my mind, when I started to work on myself, I believe that I am the great catch. When you believe that you are a great catch, ask yourself these questions. How would I live my life if I know I'm my own hero?
Bro.
No one's gonna save me. What adventures would I go on? What things would I say to girls? What things would I do with my life? Would you really have trouble talking to girls if you're a prince that's on his own journey? No, bro. You're gonna have women fighting all over for you. I want him. He's so handsome. He's so attractive. He's so cute. All those things. A prince holds himself to a higher standard and live his own way of life. And in the process of living his own amazing life, girls just come in and out of his life on their own. I want you to think of it that way too. You are a prince. We are all princes fighting for our individual thrones. And until you can see yourself as a prince, you always feel powerless towards dating and life in general. Because if you're not a prince, you're a side character. Like, why the fuck would you want to be a side character in your own life? Think about that. Part 2. Attraction versus chasing. I think a large portion of dating advice on the internet has it so backward.
Problem most men have is they don't know how to talk to women.
They tell you what you should do and say to a girl. I used to get so stifled about, what should I say? What should I say? But I don't think that's right at all. Like, bro, it doesn't matter what the fuck you say. You know what I say now? I say, hi, I think you're beautiful. It's not what you say, it's who you are. So much of my success comes from not what I do or what I say, but who I am as a person. I've built myself into a person that doesn't chase women, but rather I attract them through my lifestyle, my mindset, and my physical appeals. You used to have none, by the way. I keep repeating on that because, bro, you might not have any either, but it's okay. Work on yourself. One thing I learned when I got into the dating world is that there's this idea called freedom from outcome. This means you should talk to girls but never have any expectations. The more expectation you have, basically the harder it'll be on you when things don't go your way. Also, girls hate clingy and desperate guys. Called one-nightish. Like, you start to develop feeling towards a girl way too fast, bro. She can sense it from a mile away. And she hates that shit. She's gonna ghost your ass, just like she ghosted my ass so many times. Truth be told, bro, when you're clingy and desperate, it shows that you have nothing going on in your life. And nobody wants to be with a person with nothing going on in their life. But not gonna lie,
sometimes I wish I was a heartless son of a bitch. I wish I was a player.
it was really hard for me to detach from results starting out because I just didn't have a lot of options. You can blame my mindset being a mess and my body looking like a hobo slob. And in hindsight, these are the ways I recommend you achieve freedom from outcome. Get so wrapped up in building your own world that girls can't help but be drawn to your success. This simply means build your body, build your mind, build your life. Become so busy with leveling up your life that woman becomes a cherry on top of everything you have going on. And that's the key, really.
So you and I, if we were married, no, for example, okay?
Want them, but don't need them. That drives them mad, and they want to become that girl that tames your wildness or, driven ambitions. Part 3. Understanding entitlement. I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for this because, wow, entitlement, narcissistic tendency, egotism. I don't care. This helped me so much, bro. I wish somebody would tell me that it's okay to build a certain level of entitlement. It's okay to accept your ego. It's okay to have some level of narcissistic tendencies. Like, if you look at the guys that are really good with girls, bro, they don't even take it that seriously. Like, they're so wrapped up within their own mind that they just come across as socially confident. That's what I get at in this point. But the concept of entitlement, meaning telling yourself you deserve better, definitely helped me level up my dating life in all ways that I thought were not possible. As guys, if you are not blessed with models like genetics, it can be tough to get to the point of saying, I deserve better. It was definitely me, bro. Like, it was so hard for me to say I deserve success, not only with women, but with fitness and business. Like, it was very difficult for me to wrap around the idea of I can make it. Fear of success has been a very long theme within my life. But bro, you have to believe you got the goods if you are to ever be good with girls. A lot of it has to do with dating experiences and leveling up your life. And the more experience you have and the higher level you get to in life, the easier dating gets. At the beginning of your dating journey, you have to set your standards for dating very low. Like, I'm not telling you to date fat chicks. Nothing wrong with dating fat chicks, by the way. Just not my type. But set your bar low. You're still a newbie. You just need some experience with girls. Now, I'm gonna give you a pretty bad example, but it's a lot like learning the combat system from fighting low-level mobs in a video game. You haven't gotten the gears, the mindset, the body, the lifestyle that women find attractive. In games, you don't have the gears yet, bro. You can't fight harder mobs. The girls you date early on won't be crazy attractive, but they'll teach you everything you need to know about interaction with women, which you can carry throughout your entire life. How to love someone, how to talk to a girl, how to value yourself, how to set boundaries, how to break out of your shell of being a nice guy, how to be comfortable with your masculinity, and most importantly, how to be capable of making someone feel safe. Not gonna lie, bro, you're gonna have to go through a lot of heartbreaks just as I did starting out at the beginning of this year.
It actually hurts a lot. I would not cry. Take the time, the energy, and put it back into the business, the gym, myself.
That's just something like a price you're gonna have to pay for getting competency with dating. But after every single heartbreak, you learn more about yourself. You work a lot harder on yourself, and you vow that you would treat yourself with more respect. And it always boils down to self-respect when it comes to any success. And in time, when your level of entitlement is built, you have a lot more self-respect, and you set higher standards for yourself. Because now, well, you work on yourself for a very long time, and you can afford to have higher standards, right? Welcome to Endgame. Part 4. Be okay with your sexuality. Okay, serious talk, not a joke. This is for my boys who are uncomfortable with girls. Like, bro, you like them, but you're like super uncomfortable around them. I personally grew up in an Asian household and was forbidden to date until I was like 18. Even then, with my first girlfriend, I was still uncomfortable. Because of the years of restriction, liking and getting intimate with girls seemed just off in some ways in my head. Like, I don't know why, bro. Like, I'm a straight guy, but I felt uncomfortable around girls. Conditioning and mental wiring. Blame parents. Just kidding. You can't really, blame any cards you've been dealt with. You can only play, the cards that you've been dealt with, okay? No more blaming. Don't play the victim. Take back control. Now, to give you a clear example of why it's important to be okay with your sexuality, one girl, her name is Olivia. This was like one of the first few days I've gone on at the beginning of my journey. She told me straight to my face, I can tell you don't have a lot of experience with girls, or you don't see a lot of girls. And I was like, shit. Like, bro, I was trying to play it off, but fuck, man. After that date, she was like, yeah, let's stop talking. Grilled. By the way, this same girl asked me to hang out with her now. So, honest to God, right now, accept you like girls. Accept you suck like everything else in life at first when you're trying to get good with them. Accept it's okay to suck because most people will never even try. Trust me, bro. After going on like 50 dates, seeing a bunch of girls, you will understand how dating works. Like, you can listen to what I say, but take what I say and actually apply and learn from actual experiences. Will help you more than anything else. Internalize this. Girls already have a pussy. They don't need a guy with no balls going around them, acting like a pussy as well. So, if you find yourself to like a girl, tell her you like her. If you think she's beautiful, tell her why you think she's beautiful. And the rest is history. Part 5. Have options and being selective. What I wish I knew early on was I should have a set of values I hold on to when it comes to girls I talk to or see. If they're mean or disrespectful or show sign of being toxic in any ways, I don't want to deal with them. Like that all, bro. Like, you might be thirsty or a simp at first, but you will, after running into a bunch of toxic girls, you will see how draining they are towards your life, even after they're out of your life. I want to save myself time. It's all like a job interview. The clearer the picture you have of an ideal candidate, the easier it is for you to say no to a bad candidate. When it comes to making fast progression in dating, a lot of it is about setting yourself up for the best reference experience. Right? Like I said before, it's all about reference experience, bro. The more quality girls you see and the better experiences you have, the more you know what to look for in a girl in the future. If you have no standards or values, you run into girls that make you feel like shit, and over time, you might just get jaded by dating in general. This is where a lot of guys who say you should fuck as many girls as possible, or girls are objects or shit, they're jaded. Don't become jaded as them, bro. They're traumatized. I think to become a loving person in general and loving life, you just gotta go through the pain with a smile on your face and say, well, lesson learned. Not gonna make this mistake again. There are good girls out there. Just as you can win in any area of your life as long as you just stick to it long enough. One principle that I operate on that has never disappointed me is to leave a girl better than when I find her. And you should operate on that too, bro. Part 6. The gamer mindset. I view a lot of my life as a game. Dating is just another game that I happen to play. I think you find it useful if you do the same. It makes getting detached from the outcomes and dealing with heartbreaks and rejections early on a lot better. Early on, of course, you're just a nameless nobody, a noob if you play video games, right? You get wrecked by more experienced players and mobs. But as you work on yourself, level up, have better gears, have more experience, you can fight harder mobs now, compete with more advanced players, and so on. But as long as you don't break down before you get to the point of being a higher level person, dating is just a fun game. All the heartbreaks, all the up and down, it's part of the game, bro. You just gotta choose to play in the first place. Like, don't choose to be a spectator. Spectator get nothing. Except regret and, oh my gosh, I want some action type of ideas every single night.